I was in Alcoutim a few times, while live not far away from the village. Road to Alcoutim from south coast is really beautiful. Goes through hills, small villas with their small gardens, and water dam. In this video I will show you day in Alcoutim, what we visited and what we live to experience for next time. Alcoutim is a village far away from everything. It's something real, kind of untouched. Same as Villa Real de San Antonio, the neighbor of Alcoutim, it locates on the Guadiana River. It sees Spain village Sanlucar on the other side. Nature here is different from Algarvian coast. Alcoutim is special by its remoteness, landscape and atmosphere. Sit in the cafe with the view of the river, take your time and enjoy it. Walk all streets which only locals walk. They're special and different from others in Algarve. There are few walking roads in Alcoutim. Guadiana Road is one of them. It goes from north to south coast through hills of Algarve. Another popular walking road is Via Algarviana, starts or finishing in Alcoutim. Road goes through the interior of the Algarve, which is preserved uniqueness and tradition. For a long time I want to walk these roads. Also, I want to visit walking festival in Alcoutim in March and World Rural Days in February, very promising event. Though you will not feel the influence of tourism much in the village, it influences the life of the town and of Algarve. The population of the inland of Algarve has been decreasing over time. And now, for example, the town of Alcoutim has only 900 people. It is the least densely populated municipality in Portugal. The loss of population is directly correlated with differences in development between the coast and the mountains. So basically, young people are looking for the better jobs in the big touristic centers, which grew on the coast. As in our previous trips, we visited Castle of Alcoutim. Even near outer walls, the view of the surrounding area is amazing. We could better see whole town, Guadiana River and Spain, with its village on the other side on the river. There are also benches to face the town and enjoy. What is castle without the history? So Alcoutim was founded during the rule of Don Denis and got certificate as a town in 1304. At the time they started to build a castle on the highest hill of the town. Before that, Alcoutim was just a settlement looking at the river and on the borders of the kingdom of the Algarve. Now castle has two entrances, one on the side of the river from where you can check how inside looks, though you'll see only small part of it. Here on the video you see that how we can try to sneak it, because we thought that main entrance was closed, but in the end we understood that it wasn't. So when we finally entered the castle, we enjoyed all these amazing ruins. A little bit back to the history. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the town nucleus took on another form due to the construction of new buildings, both public and military. But in 1876, a part of the square and center of the town was destroyed due to the great flood of the river Guadiana. Out of the original square, only the space remains. It would have been wider than we find today. Also a possibility to make barbecue inside with a view on the Spain. Once we had a private party here. Beautiful to sit on the wall and look how it's getting dark and Sanlucar village starting to illuminate the lights. Entrance tickets cost 4 euros, and with this you can also go inside of museum, which is inside of the castle walls, as well as visit other museums around the region and town. Other part of the town you can see only from the walls of the castle, as it hides behind it. Entering museum, besides normal museum stuff, we saw cat licking itself, which is so cute, and as well castle buildings remains. In the eastern part of the village, there is a nice small river going into Guadiana. In my plans for next visit is to take a boat ride along Guadiana River. It would be so lovely to check marvelous hills, unique nature around. Also, there is a possibility to rent kayaks. I really enjoyed sitting on the bank of the river, drinking coffee in cafe, and looking on the Spanish Sanlucar village. When it's getting dark, I like just to sit on this bench and look in front, wondering about the castle high on the hill. To get to Spanish side will take 2 minutes by ferry, which goes all the time without schedule, I think from 9 AM to 6 PM every day. I noticed a lot of different types of boats staying here and passing by. Also know about cruises, going along the river Guadiana and mixed tours, where they take you first by the river and then on the jeep in the hills for kind of safari. Previously, I always wanted to go to other side, Spanish side. After we took the ferry to Sanlucar, and it looked actually so much better than I thought. Also, boat is so small, fast and comfortable. It's like only $2.50 per person to go and to come back. Village itself is very cute, better than I expected. Guadiana River, which we are crossing, has its importance in the region. On the south coast, river unites with the ocean, creating a marsh natural reserve, which functions as a nursery for juvenile fish and is an important refuge for several species of birds. North of the Alcoutim, created Guadiana Valley Natural Park. It protects the river net as very important for this one of the driest areas in the country. Main settlement here is beautiful Murtolo village at the top of the rocky spur, which signals of the conclusion of the navigability of the Guadiana River. I definitely advise to visit Sanlucar, the Guadiana. For me, the Algarve unique streets with houses which are different and special in its own way. They're not fancy or something you'll see in the guides in the big cities. Castle San Marcos locates on the hill behind Sanlucar. I was not sure how to get there, so left it to visit next time. There is also a zip line between countries across the river border, which is also in my goals. It goes from Castle of San Marcos to Portuguese side in the suburbs of Alcoutim. Before coming back, we stopped in the cafe in the park on the bank of the Guadiana River. There is also a nice river beach, stream river sports. That's also the place where you can look better on Alcoutim from other side. After coming back from Sanlucar, we went to the river beach Pego Fundo in Alcoutim. It's located on the small river which goes through Alcoutim. It's equipped with lifeguards, snack bars, toilets, showers, tree shade, and tables for a picnic. Nature greens surround the beach, which makes it a very pleasant place. I was worried the river will dry out in August, but no, it was full of water. Though it was a lot of people, it was enough space for everyone. I think for such a small village, this beach is really well equipped, clean, and generally has a very nice atmosphere. On our way from Alcoutim to the south coast, we stopped on the water dam, Odleite. Had small picnic on the benches with tables with a view on the dam. Nearby stays an atmospherical small village with the same name, Odleite. There are cafes, old houses, and church. We wanted to check one more water dam around Galicia, but it was already late, so we skipped it. This is one of my first videos, so please be tolerant to me. More information check in the article on our website, link is down under the video. Also, on our website, Tours in Algarve, you can find guides for different places in the region, travel tips and various tours.